The Shiba Inu have just started their adventure. Anyone with even a passing interest in Shiba Inus or Shib tokens should watch this video. So what's the latest with Shiba Inu coin? How does this factor into the Shiba Inu's value? Today I'll answer these questions and fill you in on the latest news that has boosted the Shiba Inu's value in my video. If you would like to see all of the information that I have compiled, please watch the entire video. Your daily dose of Shiba wealthy coins is here. If you are interested in Shiba and want to learn more, you have come to the right place. Subscribe if you want to know what's happening in the cryptocurrency market and get the most up-to-date news predictions. Hit that like button if you want to see more Shib news stories. How about we look at the Shiba price chart for June 7th before we go into it? We should be able to get a decent sense of the situation from it, shouldn't we? The going rate for an Shiba Inu is approximately $1,285. In the last day, Shib's price increased 1% on $115 million worth of trading volume. With a market cap of nearly $7.5 billion, the token is now the 19th most valuable cryptocurrency. Please note that by the time you view this video, certain pricing might have changed. This content is not intended to offer financial advice. Watch today's video as a 32% breakout poses a threat to Shiba Inu's alternative that might be considered. Traders are showing renewed interest in the Shiba Inu meme coin after it held its position above the middle Bollinger Band, a critical support level in any market. Despite its lack of showiness, the action conveys a strong message. Just because you're above a rally doesn't mean it will occur. On the other hand, keeping this level in place usually means there is enough buying power to keep everything from falling apart, and it could even lead to a bigger move down the road. Putting more than 20,400 units on the market is theoretically feasible. This is where the possible 32% profit becomes apparent. In the past, Shiba Inu had difficulty getting beyond this obstacle. Because of this, the pattern may be identified. So long as the central band is there, the target is still in play. There is still time for Shib to reach 16,980 units, which is the threshold at which a serious run can commence. Important support levels are at the present price, with even deeper levels around 11,070 units in the event of a reversal, while levels of higher resistance are between 20,520 and 25,010 units. Despite its temporary placement in a holding structure, Shib remains robust. With no volatility and the stock holding onto its weekly support, Bollinger Bands are starting to compress. Silence won't last long with that arrangement. Whether or not Shib will dissolve is unknown to us. According to the graphic, a change is about to happen. Kindly, if you are still present, click the like button. I truly appreciate your support. You can support the channel and do it for free by doing this. However, we will keep you posted with further Shiba Inu news, updates and forecasts regarding the future of the Shiba Inu currency. The Shiba Inu Group has unveiled a massive Shibarium update. The Shiba Inu Group has announced a major update to the Shibarium blockchain that will increase the network's decentralization. At the endpoints for public remote process calls, rate limits will be put in place shortly. Shibarium is all about decentralization. That the measure's goal is not to restrict access is made clear in the notification. The objective is to foster a more resilient ecosystem that is not overly dependent on any one thing. The reason behind these limits is that Shibarium wants developers and heavy users to run their own nodes instead than relying on public APIs. To verify transactions and maintain the network up and running, a node essentially just stores a copy of the blockchain. Running a personal node has various benefits, including increased privacy, resistance to censorship, and unrestricted access. It is becoming more and more difficult to manage or shut down the Shibarium network because to the growing number of autonomous nodes. Blockchain technology's decentralized and transparent characteristics make it ideal for this. The long-term advantages for node owners are increased reliability and independence from third-party services. The latest update to Shibarium demonstrates how projects are increasingly placing decentralization above convenience to ensure long-term success. Analysts have suggested that certain decentralized applications, especially those that deal with intensive trading, would benefit from some tweaks. However, in the end, we want to provide Shibarium consumers a network that is actually decentralized, faster, and safer. Not only did the Shiba Inu team fix the issue where mainnet snapshots were briefly inaccessible, they also announced the remedy. Logs of user network behavior going back a specific amount of time are now available to them. The most current data from the coin market cap indicates that the trading volume of Shibarium increased by 2%. The Shib Inu is now selling for 1,1285.0 units, up 1% from yesterday. Several key indices have recently turned positive, suggesting that interest in the popular digital asset is on the rise again. A typical indicator that prices are likely to continue climbing is a rise in trade activity of this magnitude. The volume-to-market cap ratio, a measure of an asset's liquidity, is currently 4.11%, which suggests moderate liquidity and favorable trading conditions. Clearly, Shib is dominating the market with a profile score of 74%. Before this, it was mentioned that Shib Inu is set to have its customary poor quarter based on on-chain statistics. However, investment optimism may have been stoked on May 20th, when the total value of transactions reached 5.76 trillion as Shib. The meat of this video can now be discussed. Prediction of Shib price made possible by artificial intelligence. Investors were looking for a great June 30th, 2025, since Shib Inu was trading at over 1,290 units as of this past Saturday. After remaining flat for 4 months, the Shib price is now being driven by traders' hopes and dreams. Its value remained relatively unchanged for about 100 days, failing to show any discernible increase. Given the present flattening out of Shib, when would you recommend making a purchase to ensure a profit by month's end? This article's price forecast for Shib Inu as of June 30th, 2025, is meant to assist you in deciding whether or not to join the dog-themed token market at this time. With the help of artificial intelligence, this price indicator uses algorithms and machine learning to predict future prices. A few things it can do are finding a token's moving average, and the Bollinger Band's convergence with Virgin's relative strength index. The AI has predicted the Shib Inu price for June 30th, 2025. The machine learning system predicted that the price of a Shib Inu might reach 1,1510 units on June 30th, 2025. The AI predicts that Shib's value might increase by a meager 8% over the next 23 days. That produces extremely tiny returns and has no effect on an investor's portfolio. According to the price estimate, Shib Inu tokens will not yield any gains, thus you should hold off on purchasing them for now. Since Shib's value is staying around the same, a price drop could be on the horizon. Please note that by the time you view this video, certain pricing might have changed. This content is not intended to offer financial advice. Many of our subscribers have expressed their confidence in the Shib Inu creators and their real-world worth, so much so that they have pledged not to sell Shib for the next 5 years, keeping millions of them. Tell me the number you're holding. Feel free to share your Shib holdings in the comment section. Props to the Shib holder for trusting the process. If you're like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button and tell us what you think of the Shib Inu coin down below. Additionally, make sure to set post notifications if you would like to be notified whenever we submit a new video.